I'm a little bit puzzled though, because honestly, if I can be really honest, why would it be just the two of us and not also Vess?
Vernon, watch out!
What? I'm exploring. Wall's clear, I'm coming over to you. Okay, Roche, but can you just give me 1 sec? Ooh. There's nothing worth it, but at least... I mean, this is a... Vernon... So these quarters were bad? They have the biggest quarters. Yes, they are halfway in the sewers, but... do you still have that crossbow? Roche? Because that crossbow would be...
For Henselt! Get him!
Oh no, I'm stuck. Ah, that crossbow would be just perfect.
You dying or not?
I'm afraid I might need the heliotrope sign for when we will have our tiff with Deathmold. If we are going to have a tiff with Deathmold, yeah. That was good, Roche. No, no, no. This guy. We need to keep under him. Roche! God. Where are we going? Can I up? I can't up. Oh God. We got... Stay back, Roche. Whoops. Nope. I'm not gonna stay back. I'm gonna be angry at them until the end. My mistake, though. I shouldn't... I shouldn't have... Ah, God. Thank God I haven't killed you, Roche. Oh, they are coming down. Oh, you're coming down? Are you guys finally coming down?
Say your prayers!
Whoa! No, come on! I had him... I was aiming at him. Roche, we need to be careful because this guy, it might be a problem. Just a little bit.
Down.
Really? Where is he? Down there? Oh, we got him.
What's he doing in there? Sounds like he's awfully busy. Well, rude as it is, I'll have to interrupt.
Yeah, rude as it is. You know, I just hope he's not having fun with the child. With poor Anais, because I think Anais already has enough of the situation. I mean, I don't really know, maybe she's having the time of her life. And maybe he's doing nothing to her. So we cannot climb anywhere. It's pretty clear where we have to go, so let's do it. Let's go there. It was a bit of a messy fight, but just because we got... I mean, I got inside there. And it wasn't a ruined library. This place is very cool. They were...
Strangely quiet in here. I can hear him. Deathmold's here and he's not alone.
Why don't we just grab the child and go? He probably needs to free her from...
Damn it.
Oh. Well, at least he's not doing anything to her. What's that small door for? Small archway. Well, alright then. Maybe we're going to have a fight. Maybe not. Oh! Oh! I'm almost sorry. But
Did you see Radovid's retinue? I swear the snot-nosed lad thinks he's king of the world.
Looking good.
He should never have shown up here after the recent events in Redania. Honestly, if he grows to be another Vizimir, I hope he ends up like the first. And those robes of his, did you see? All right, there's time for one more. Pants off.
I have to say that I adore Desmoldo.
You've broken my arm! You've broken my arm! Do you know it's worth, you son of a...
Now it's worth like the rest of you.
What do you want? I'll give you anything.
Give the kid.
You can't give back what you took from me.
This kind
Cutting
of...
off your balls and slitting your throat will have to do.
No!
Oh well. I wish I didn't have to do this.
You reap what you sow.
Funny, huh, Roche? You reaped what you sowed too in the end.
Time to free Foltest's daughter.
Poor thing. I would have just asked him to give the kid. And that would be it. But maybe because he's furthermore a witness of this, of what we've done, maybe he needed to die. You know, everybody needed to die in here. Love your decor. Search. That? Safe key, okay. Detmald's wand. Forgotten Vran's sword. What am I going to do with his wand? His wand is beautiful. I just realized how dirty that sounded suddenly. Additional weapon. Well, this looks like a nice sword, but I have better. But it looks nice, the shape is very nice. I like the fact that it doesn't really have a hilt. Let's talk with this guy, I suppose. Hello?
Have mercy! He forced me!
It didn't really look like it. But... I don't know, I don't understand. He was happy, sort of, that mold was dying, but I don't think he was here forcefully. He didn't look like he was here forcefully. By the way, they weren't doing anything wrong. I'm not... God, this thing bothers me for no reason.
Are you alright? I am Vernon Roche of Temeria. This is Witcher Geralt. She's terrified. If Deathmold touched her, I'll kill the son of a all over again.
What will you do with the child, Vernon?
I made an arrangement with Radovid, and Vernon Roche always keeps to his word.
Does he now? I don't know, I want to try and discuss this with him, but I don't know, why would you give Temeria's hair to Redania? I mean, let's forget about Ada. Why would you? Whenever have the Blue Stripes been about honor? Seriously. The job of Vernon and his people is mostly to stay true to the Temerian monarchy. Now, let's forget about Kimbolt as well, because sadly, I think he's the real heir to Temeria, exactly like Henselt is the rightful heir to Aedirn, because he was Demaven's cousin, I think. So Kimbolt is Foltest's cousin, alright? I think he has a better claim than Anais. He's not a bastard. He's perfectly legal. About Henselt being the rightful ruler of Aedirn, it's alright if people rebel against him, if Saskia rebels against him. I'm not saying that Saskia should just, you know, have never opposed him. Quite the contrary. But he does have a rightful claim. He did have a rightful claim. He will have a rightful claim. What I would do if I was Roche, honestly, is I wouldn't give the kid to Radovid. Why? Because, first, I'm not an honorable person. Look what the Blue Stripes did in Henselt's camp. Was that honorable? Now, because the game makes it look as if Henselt is the enemy, the fact that the Blue Stripes have been punished, that was Roche reaping what he sowed. Simple. So I don't... I'm going to discuss this a little bit. Kings don't always keep their word. Yeah, they don't. I'm not saying Radovid wouldn't, but I want to see where this leads.
Kings only keep their promises when it suits them.
Alright.
We saw him together. You heard what he said.
So?
You didn't have Anais then. Now you do. Take a minute. Consider your options.
I'm a soldier, not a diplomat.
Well, you need to start thinking like a diplomat. You're about to decide Temeria's future.
That's actually right. I mean, why didn't he consult with Natalis or with Thaler instead, you know? What will Redania gain by preserving Temeria's independence? Exactly. I mean, I'm not saying Radovid wouldn't. Stop and think, what else could you do? Do you trust Radovid? You know what they say. It's good to trust, but it's better not to, or something like that. It's a saying. Stop and think, what else could you do? What will Redania gain by preserving Temerian independence?
What would Radovid gain by allowing Temeria to remain independent?
Well, he married the eldest of Foltest's daughters and will wait until she bears him a child.
Mm-hmm.
In which case he'll marry Anais off to one of his barons.
And
if Ada fails to produce an heir, he'll rid himself of her.
Sure.
He'll marry Anais and unite the two kingdoms.
Yes.
Anais is not of age.
But she will be. The kingdoms united could even resist Nilfgaard.
Which is perfectly sensible. That's... you know, I'm not against Radovid taking Temeria, otherwise I wouldn't have married him to Ada to begin with now, wouldn't I? Good God. What I'm perplexed about is that if I was Roche, I mean, I think Roche is going a little bit out of character. If I was him, I would just take the child and bring it to Natalis. Aside from the fact that the child should stay with her family, okay? I would bring her to Natalis, and I'll tell you what I'll do. Because that whole Kimbolt and Maravel plot was utter to make Anais a more believable possible queen, because she's a bastard, she's never been recognized, alright? They should have at least made Natalis arrest and incapacitate Kimbold, in my opinion. I would also, as Roche, try to convince Natalis, yeah, as Roche, not as Roche, probably as Thaler, yeah? Convince Natalis to betroth Anais to Kimbold. You know why? Kimbold is the rightful heir. He's a noble. He will, put all the nobles in line. And he will also appease the Lavallette side. Why I'm saying Lavallette instead of Lavallette side, you know? Because he's gonna marry her when she comes of age. There will be both reinforcing Temeria's monarchy. I'm really thinking that this is the game, you know, because this is a game, and the game wants to let you decide what you want to do. But honestly, I'm not believing Roche. I'm not believing that Roche is believable in this instance. I want to be honest. Let's discuss this even more.
Anais won't don the crown anytime soon. A lot could happen in the meantime.
They could kill her.
It could change.
True enough, but you can't predict everything.
Alright, but...
Still, it might be worth trying. What else could you do?
Nothing. I either break my pledge to Radovid or honor it.
Suppose you break it.
I'll make another enemy.
Enemies are something you can handle, you said so yourself. The Temerian delegation is in Loch Muin. Maybe we should consider handing the child over to them.
John Natalis. Good soldier, poor politician.
Look who's talking.
Natalis may not be the most polished diplomat, but both your grandmothers tilled the same soil. Your grandfathers fought side by side.
Nah.
By taking the child to John Natalis, I'll spark a civil war. The barons won't acknowledge her right to the throne until they feel a boot on their neck.
You know, this is not making sense to me anymore. Freedom comes at a price. Yeah, but I should not be the one saying that freedom comes at a price. It should be Roche, because he's all about Temeria. I mean, yes, Radovid could keep his promise, but let's be serious about this. Why would I give the sole heir of a dynasty to a foreign kingdom? Why would I? As Roche, not as me, I don't care. As Roche. I thought Roche had some ideals, and here he is going completely out of character. What can I say? You know, I also agree with the fact of the civil war, but that's how I agree. Nobody wants a civil war. That's why you would betroth her to Kimbold. I don't know, I've already given Redania to Radovid, so... freedom comes at a price. Anyway, at the end of the day, this is some sort of a choice that the game makes you do as a player. So really, I'm blaming Roche not being himself on the fact that the game is willing to give the player more options. Though
I don't doubt Radovid will bring the Temerian barons in line. Question is, will he stop there?
It's risky, I know. But when I'm to choose between civil war and an uncertain alliance with Redania, I choose the latter.
You see, this is Roche thinking like I think, almost. Thinking about the people of Temeria. How is he suddenly not thinking about the monarchy of Temeria? Wasn't he supposed to be for the monarchy of Temeria? I've already talked about him and this kind of dissonance there is with him, comes with him. Maybe he now suddenly realized that the good of the people is more important. I don't know. You should give the child to the Temerians. I would. If I wanted to keep Temeria independent. If I wanted to be sure. I'm not saying Radovid won't do it. Anyway, I'm agreeing with him. First, because this Geralt here is not a politician. End of the story. And because even if Radovid doesn't keep his promise, I don't care. I just wanted the girl to testify for my innocence, for Geralt's innocence. That's what I came here for. And even if Radovid takes Temeria, you know, all the better, because Ada, again, I don't really care.
A war where brother stands against brother is a curse.
The child will go to Radovid. Come, Anais.
I'm sorry,
I'll
Anais.
take you to a safe place.
I would never personally give... I don't know. Depends, you know. I'm astonished by Roche, but I think this is because of the game. The game allows you to do this choice. So Roche's character had to be sacrificed. Or maybe, you know what? He's starting to think about the people instead of the monarchy, so even better. In any case, Temeria is never gonna be independent unless you give Anais to Natalis, and unless she marries Kimbold. For me, that's what I would do. But unless she marries one of her own nobles, I mean, amongst the nobles of Temeria, that's the only way. Wait a second. Ooh.
Looks like someone's provided an escort.
In the name of King Radovid, we demand that you hand over the child of Louisa La Valette.
Shame you didn't show up earlier.
They
Pay heed
couldn't.
to whom you're talking.
Pay heed to the corpses of those who were impolite to us.
You're lucky Radovid told us to stay calm.
I'll be sure to thank him personally for that.
Beware of Radovid, Vernon.
Rest assured, I'd never forgive myself if the heiress to Foltest's throne came to any harm.
Don't ever take your eyes off her. I wouldn't be surprised to learn Radovid had a hand in Busi's death.
Anything's possible. Anais is Temeria's last chance for ultimate independence.
Oh well.
Freedom will come sooner or later.
You maybe shouldn't have given her to Radovid. I can't believe it. I hate when characters go out of character, particularly. By the way, I redid all the part of this fight because I wanted to use my heliotrope a bit. Because at the end of the day, I expected a big fight with Deathmold, but nothing happened, so I used the heliotrope around here, and it's really cool. And I hope I'll get to use it soon. Somewhere else. Come on, let's go. Also, unfortunately, Geralt has been dragged into this thing with Roche and Radovid. I, as this Geralt, don't want to antagonize Radovid. Absolutely. You know, if it was on Roche, fine. But since I've been dragged into it, as long as the girl testifies, I don't care. The rest are politics. It doesn't matter what I think is right or wrong. I don't agree with what Roche is doing, but then again, he's fine with it. If he's fine with it, I'm not responsible for Temeria. Guys, come on, poor kid. I hope Ada isn't gonna strangle her. Come on, can we go? I don't think Ada would do anything to her. And by the way, Temeria could be independent.
Henselt won't have me. Temeria is all I care about. I'll serve it best under Radovid.
If you say so, you would have served it better under Natalis, but who am I to say that, right? I'm not a skilled diplomat. Right? If I had all this in hand, I would have already resolved the question. Anais, you're glitching. Okay, come on. Move, guys. Move, move, move. Poor kid. You know, if she was older, things would have been easier.
I can breathe easier now that the scumbag is dead.
Really?
Revenge unburdens you of your past, but it also affects your future.
Yes. Ooh, I'm leveling. I will replay this part again because I want to see what happens if I take a different choice. And I am going to also do Triss. Yes, I'm not recording. I'm not recording it because it's not part of display. But I'm following the yellow arrow. Do I want to do something else in particular? I want to visit my storage. And yeah, guys, I'm going forward. I'm not going to discuss these choices anymore because
it's a brazen attack. King Radovid will learn of this.
Radovid sent them, you idiot!
The audacity!
Pull yourself together!
This doesn't make sense to me anymore, therefore. Welcome back, people! Let's... I wonder where Philippa and Saskia are, though. But we are about to enter the amphitheater, right? So... What a bummer Roche was. Uh-oh, is that guy waiting? What?
Surviving son of a... His mother majesty...
Problem?
Excuse me?
Pardon me, sir, I meant no offense.
Leaving the deliberations. Why?
Henselt! He's to have all Edirn where to live in a Kaedweni yoke! Scandalous.
No one opposed him?
None! Radovid drools for Temeria, and will let that lout have anything in exchange.
Okay.
The North will never be the same again. I must return home. Farewell.
Well, then you should start organizing to yourselves to fight for democracy.
Roach had murder in his eyes. He wanted blood and couldn't care less that it was royal, that this was what Letho would have wanted. The death of a king is the triumph of chaos, civil war, famine, fear among common folk, a time of disdain. That is the only reason Henselt remains alive and Kaedwen grows stronger. Thousands of Kaedwenis live better lives because their ruler is an amoral, ruthless son of a who stands above the law.
Why? Which law does he stand above, since he's actually the rightful heir of Edirn? Because Stannis is dead. You know, game, you need to sort your politics out. And what about immorality? Nobody has morality here. Come on, let's be adults here. I know these games are for younger people, but...
He is regent.
Hard to believe. He's a general, not a politician.
Ah, good God. Politics done badly. There's nothing worse in an...
So, even the Nilfgaardians have graced us with their presence.
You having fun, you guys, together? How is being a dead Roche?
And eccentrics. My dear counselor.
This will be a great moment. Ready?
Uh-huh. No, I have done everything I could.
Let's get this done.
I don't have any quests. Except for that Vran quest.
Temeria is internally divided. As Constable of Temeria, I'm in no position to speak for the whole country regarding the Council and the Conclave. I am honored to speak on Temeria's behalf before this esteemed body. But I'm only the Constable. I cannot be sure some Baron won't cancel my signature in a week.
What's your point, Constable?
I lack my country's support regarding the Council and the Conclave. Neither do I intend to seek the crown, for I've lesser blood in my veins. And as a soldier, I know my place in the ranks.
This guy is so good.
Well said, John Natalis. Temeria, the realm separating the north from Emir Va Emrys, and most importantly from his armies, is divided and weak. Yet this land deserves law and order, which cannot be provided by the quarreling rabble spoilt by Foltest's generosity. Incessant wars between Temerian princelings are not in Kedwin's interest. Too many important trade routes run through the land.
Redania will also take no comfort from unrest in Temeria. Therefore, we cannot leave the realm to its own devices.
Temeria is an independent state, well able to resolve its own problems. You seek to tear Foltest's legacy to pieces, appropriate what was never meant to be yours.
Oh, please.
Calm down, John Natalis. We will speak of that in due course. Once we know with whom. As you said yourself, you cannot speak for all of Temeria.
Kimbold!
Constable Natalis is right after all. Temeria must endure as a strong kingdom.
That is not the kingdom I had in mind.
What?
Yet that is the kingdom that will be. Ruled over by myself, and a virgin of Foltest's blood.
You stole the child?
Little girls need to be looked after, King.
Noble attendees, I need to stress that the King of Redania present here has ploughed me without tallow. I am checkmated, though I'll be damned if this is the last time our pawns meet on the chessboard. Next time, I shall be much the wiser.
These are hard times. Foltest's death has complicated matters, but we cannot allow the realm that is the shield of the North to plunge into chaos.